Hey everyone, it's Steph from Lindy Stitches. Welcome back to your favorite YouTube series and mine. Much needed after the little bump that we got from Valentine's Day. We're back into the gloom of February, so let's get started. Look, we had jobs, we had a holiday to celebrate, we had to do Superb Owl. There are many excuses why we have neglected our Nashville shopping, but we have to put those all aside because the list has piled up, my friends. I'm going to have to split today's recording into two segments. Segment 1 will be uploaded today, and segment 2 will be up tomorrow, so look out for that. We don't have time to shoot the breeze, so just put your revolvers away. We have to get started. If you're enjoying this series, another reminder to like this video and subscribe to my content. I see you commenting for that $25 gift card, and I can tell you are not subscribed. Let's subscribe, people. We're shopping buddies. There's no turning back on me now. Winner of the $25 Lindy Stitches gift card from last video was randomly drawn, and congratulations, Christina Fox 13, who said, "Found your channel through attending Jingle Ball this year. You are so fun. Love the Liz Matthews patterns. My favorite things about spring are hearing the birds sing, the smell of fresh earth, and earlier sunrises." A trio of blessings. Thanks for that lovely comment, Christina Fox. You can email me using the email address right now on the screen. So what should we do this time? Here's an interesting question for our $25 free money giveaway for this video. What is your Nashville budget? You can be honest or you can be completely fictitious. Give it to me in American dollars, euros, Monopoly money. I don't care. Just make something up. What's your Nashville budget for this year? Leave me a comment down below. And part 2, which comes out tomorrow, will not contain the winner, but we will put the winner in the next video so you have time to see this and comment. No more lollygagging, my friends. I am here to make your Nashville shopping experience much harder. Thus is my job. I'm not sorry about it. Let's start with the most recent to land across my desk. Just this morning, I got the email from none other than Cathy Haberman of Hands On Design, and she has a lineup for you to see. Let's start with my favorite. Why not? Botanical Bee. It seems like every year at Nashville there is a fantastic bee pattern. Sometimes there's more than one fantastic bee pattern. I just remembered another one that landed on my desk yesterday. But Cathy gives us Botanical Bee. Look at the colors on this one. Oh, there is something about that contrast between the luscious linen and the black and the coral. Don't mind if I do. This one is stitched on 32 count Juniper by Fabrics by Stephanie. Only 67 by 65, folks. Folks, it's also only $8. What? That one's going on my short list. And do you want a video on Steph's personal short list? Because I would love to make one. Maybe. If I have any videoing left in me after this Nashville stick beats me all the way to Nashville. Next up is Gather at the Table. This is the same size as the Botanical Bee, 69 by 69, stitched all in DMC on 32 colonial parchment. I love this one. It is not your typical fall colors, and yet it's gorgeous. There's a lime table. There's little tiny pumpkins sitting on the chairs. What? Yes. Don't mind if I do. Next up, in her Berry Basket series, this is a beautiful strawberry by Cathy called Blackberry. Easy to kit up, all DMC on some regular raw Zweigart, and it's so pretty. I love it. How about a long, I mean, Cathy's just covering everything. We have a long paddleboard design here, a band sampler for spring. Look at those bunnies. Look how happy this is. Love the spring colors, the tulips, everything. Stitched in DMC, we have some Lady Dot Creates gray screen rack, and it's on a Chantelle's 141 paddle. Absolutely beautiful. The stitch count on that one is 53 by 190, so not a giant band sampler. I bet you could get this done in one season, no problem. Just really, really cute. Next up we have Liberty Pennies. If anyone knows how to pop colors off some dark linen, it is Cathy. This is stitched on 32 count slate by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, and it's 72 by 67, so very doable size, stitched with some Weeks Dye Works. Really, really cute. How about a set of 3 quick spring stitches just to get you through the season? This is Gather Wildflowers. I love these designs. I love the color palette. This is stitched on some basic platinum linen, easy to find by Zweigart. The designs are 53 by 52, so even smaller than the previous circle designs we looked at. Stitched using some DMC, has some Lady Dot Creates rickrack, and finished on another Chantelle's 141 product. So easy to stitch, easy to finish. It's a win-win-win-win situation. Last up, a little coordinating design that goes with Gather Wildflowers. This one says Gather Blessings, a very quick stitch. I'm seeing some smallest exchanges with this one. There's going to be 4 in this series throughout the year, and this is the spring installment, stitched on some platinum Belfast and using DMC. So that is Cathy's lineup. I expect nothing but extreme love for these patterns. I'm sipping on some blueberry tea, and I expected it to be kind of weird, but I'm kind of digging it. Okay, who should we do next? Let's stick with the hands theme. Next to Cecilia Turner, and you knew she was going to give us something good. She always delivers, very strong at market, and we have another book. Let's do a little book roundup so far. So here are the books that are coming out at Nashville. I don't know how you're going to choose. I can't choose. This is really hard. Number 1, we have the Primrose Cottage Smalls book that has 12 small seasonal designs, one for each month of the year. Super cute. Number 2, we have the Annie B's 12 Days of Christmas Stockings book. Designs are sugary sweet and also very quick stitches, very affordably priced. Love the whole concept behind that book and the Annie B's stockings. Number 3, we have, what's next? I'm forgetting. The Teresa Kogut Spring book with tons of spring sampler patterns in it with birds and bunnies and what? Number 4, we have this book from Heart and Hand. This one is called Mementos of the Heart. It has 6 previously released collector's hearts in it. The Heart and Hand collector's hearts are big sellers for Cecilia Turner. Everyone looks forward to them. They're very cute and sweet. So these 6 collector's hearts that are in the book have never been released as single patterns, so you can't just go get them right away. It has the 2002, 06, 08, 2010, 2011, and 2013. So that was 10 years ago that the latest one came out. I love this big design on the front of the cover. That is very appealing, very cute. And that is the new design. That one is called the Kindness Drum. Wow. Knocked it out of the park with that one. Also from Heart and Hand, we have 3 Tiny Towns. Oh my gosh. All right, so number 1 is Frosty Tiny Town. This is a beautiful wintry gray and green scene with a big snowman and a quiet little village. Accompanying Frosty Town, we have the Frill, which is a little selection from the Frosty Town. It's a coordinating design. It's not an exact copy of something out of the Frosty Town, but they kind of go together. The Frosty Frill has this squat little snowman, he's so cute, with this teal little house, and very quick stitch. Perfect for smalls exchanges, or if you need just a quick winter stitch to wrap up the season. The next two tiny towns, I think, are very special because Cecilia has decided she's donating all the profits from these two tiny town patterns that are made in March to Habitat for Humanity for the greater Cincinnati area. Yes! This is so awesome. I'm so glad that she's doing this. What a great way to support her community and to support a great cause. So first up we have Any Tiny Town. And I love these more simple tiny towns because you could easily recolor this, add a little few details to make this your town, I think. That would be fun. Do you have a main street with kooky little buildings? Like, I mean, I do. It would be fun to customize this to your place. And accompanying that, we have more Any Tiny Town. So this is another just really, I don't know, cutely designed. This one has a toy shop, a movie theater, a pizza shop. Really, really cute. So those two patterns support Habitat for Humanity, so I love that. Last up from Cecilia, we have Floral Etchings. Her first etchings pattern came out last year at Nashville. I think I like this one even better. It's really adorable. That little insect on the middle flower, I think, is what I'm so in love with. But I love the color palette of these ones, and it looks mid-century modern. I love it. It's great. It looks Charlie Harper. I am seeing this in my bedroom. Stitched on Saltbush Linen by Fox and Rabbit. We have Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works, but this is a very doable pattern for spring. Bravo. Next up, let's visit with my favorite girl in Portland, my favorite farm I've ever been on. And if they build me a shack in the backyard, I will move in immediately. It is Beth Twist from Heartstring Samplery. Now I'm just going to call her out right here and now. Beth lied to me. She is a liar. I was talking to her maybe a month ago and she was saying ever so casually, oh, this is going to be kind of a low-key year for me at market. I'm okay with that. I don't have anything super spectacular, blah, blah, blah. And then I got her email. And I immediately knew she has an honesty problem because just check out this lineup. Not a big year, not impressive. I mean, I hate to call my friends out like this in such a public format, but Beth, all lies. Not only do we have some really stunning patterns, we also have some beautiful products from her hubby out in the boardroom, whipping up some wooden wonders for us to add to our cart. Let's start with the biggest release. This is Scenic Sampler. This is a companion piece to her previously released Scary Sampler, so around the same size. It's a big kachunga. It is 247 by 215, and it's really awesome. What the heck? Okay, we have Weeks Dye Works, we have Classic Colorworks. It's on Up in the Attic 36 count linen, and it's so pretty. I love the weeping willow. I love the birds flying through the air. I've never seen birds fly through the air like that in cross stitch before. Just a beautiful lawn, beautiful border. What else could you possibly want? Thanks a lot, Beth. Okay, next we have a biscornu, and Beth designs absolutely beautiful biscornus. And I know how many of you were out there at the Jingle Ball learning how to finish a biscornu with Jeannine McGowan. So she gave you all the skills that you need to finish this lovely little thing. It's called Sweet Melissa Biscornu, and it has the cutest bees I've ever seen in my life, and it has this ticking stripe on it. I can't take it. Now, that little adorable button in the middle is also for sale. Matt has made these little adorable wooden buttons. They're only $6. You get 2 of them to finish your biscornu, and that is so cute. What the heck? Next up, My Scissors, My Rules. I saw a very offensive meme suggesting that the highest form of love is allowing your husband to open his Amazon package with your sewing scissors. Excuse me? What are you all, crazy? No one should love their husband that much. My Scissors, My Rules. This is 130 by 78, stitched on Fox and Rabbit dirt track. And of course, you can stitch it in whatever color you want, but Beth stitched it in Gentle Art Black Licorice. Use your favorite black, use your favorite blue. But don't allow your family to touch your fabric scissors. That's insanity. We have to have boundaries, people. Accompanying that is this adorable little scissor fob that says My Scissors, My Rules. So you can put those on all your scissors and remind them to stay the heck away. Accompanying the Scenic Sampler, or accompanying whatever you want to get from Market, are these adorable thread bobbins from the boardroom, and you get to pick which one you want, the butterfly, the bee, or the woolly. They're so cute. They're only $6 a piece. They would make a great addition to any of your stitchy happy mail to your friends. Really great. Lastly, we have a lineup of like 4 patterns, and you get to pick which one you like the best. I love this concept. I love that you get to pick which one you like. And seriously, Beth, did you stitch this 3 times? Who did this? This is amazing. I'm gonna find out. I'll find out. Are there actually 3 models for this? This is the Home Is kind of quartet, and you get to pick from these. Now, heads up, I know you're stitching. You gotta look. There's 3 different ones. We have Home Is Where Your Honey Is, and that one has adorable little tiny teeny bees flying around, and I don't own bees, but I think I like this one the best. Next is Home Is Where Your Doggo Is. There's bones. There's bones in the air. And then we also have Home Is Where Your Purr Ball Is. We have a cat who's bird watching on the roof. So cute. And then if you don't want to stitch a bigger, I mean, this isn't big. Let's see how big these are. These are each 127 by 136. That's a weekend project. You'll get it done in no time. I love the colors. We have Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works Overdye. They just sing together. Fantastic color palette. If you don't dig any of that trio, we have one more just to reel every possible person in. We have Home Is Where Your Heart Is, and this is just a sweet little pillow with that saying on it. This one is only 110 by 45, so a quicker stitch than the previous 3, and uses some of the same colors, but really, really beautiful. Just in case you thought I was done with Beth Twist, we have one more thing, and this picture just makes my heart sing. This is the home thread board by the boardroom. It has 9 holes, and it's meant to hold the entire thread palette from any of the Home Is samplers. So if you order any of those patterns, yes, this thread board will fit all of your threads, but of course you could use it for any project. So even though I feel very misled by Beth, who told me to keep my expectations low, I will forgive her, and I will also buy her patterns for my own stash. Now, the 3 previous designers that we discussed, Hands On Design, Heart and Hand, and Heartstring Samplery, isn't that like a trio of brain bendingness? Hearts and hands, and I love all 3 of them. We listed their entire lines. The last few that we will do for this segment of the video, we haven't listed the whole lines. I just want to remind you that we are not listing everything for Nashville. We are trying to be picky and choosy because we don't have time to do everything in the world. However, Jason is very accommodating. If you see something that you're dying to have from Nashville, give him an email, jason@lindystitches.com. He is happy to add it. And we have added more patterns from designers we've already discussed. You wanted more from October House. You wanted every single thing Teresa Kogut ever did or thought about. You wanted more Pansy Patch. You wanted more Silver Creek. So we added more patterns than I've even mentioned in the previous sections of this video. So just a reminder that that is how things are rolling at Lindy Stitches. And just because we haven't listed something doesn't mean we don't think it's good. Just chalk it up to limited human beings. But we love you. All right, let's go samplers. Now, as far as samplers go, the Lindy Stitches customer base is not heavy on samplers, and therefore we haven't listed a lot of primarily sampler reproductors and designers. There are many emails that I haven't even gotten to because that's what the lineup is older samplers. And we haven't gone a lot into that just because it's not necessarily my main customer's cup of tea. However, I added this line because I think these are stupendous. This is My Sister Samplers. A new company to me. I think their first Nashville was last year, but I could be totally wrong about that. These flying under the radar, but I love these. The first up is the Nashville exclusive. Now, if you see the words Nashville exclusive, what that means is that that pattern is only available to shops who are shopping at Nashville for a certain period of time. Some designers do a big old period of time. Some designers, I think, do 3 months. But basically, Nashville exclusives, you're only going to be able to get at shops who have physically gone to Nashville. So let's talk about Ann Hansen, because tell me this isn't good. This is 267 by 379. This would make a fantastic, like, birthday stitch, stitch along. This reminds me of Anda Forest Grew, only the color palette on this one, in my opinion, is even punchier. It's got more flavor. I love it. The birds, is that a duck? There's a duck. I didn't think there was going to be a duck in this volume, and it made me a little sad. I was blow drying my hair thinking, there's no duck in this volume. That's a duck. So My Sister Samplers, Ann Hansen, I love it. They stitched it on 46 count winter woolens by Seraphim, but you can see that this is pretty neutral. You probably have something already in your stash waiting for Ann Hansen. Next up, this one is my favorite from My Sister Samplers. This one sings to me. It speaks my name. It is Beasts, Birds, and a Berry Tree. Look at that dog in the middle. He is fantastic, and I'm not much for a repeating border, but this one is just precious. I love it. Stitched on 40 count light fawn linen with some Gloriana silk floss. It's 192 by 156, so not huge. A+. This one on my short list. This one's going on my short list. Next up, I had to list this one just for the colors and the roosters. It's so unique. I love it. The blue, the red, it's gorgeous. It's called Mary Butler. This one is 211 by 228, so not huge, and you can see there's a lot of white space. So even though the stitch count is in the 200s, it's not, you know, you're not gonna break your knees before you get to the finish line on this one. Love it. Look at that rooster in the corner. I mean, he's just classy. And then last from My Sister Samplers, we have Selena Dunning. Love this one. Fell in love with the border. I think it would look great on mint green, but I literally say that about everything, so at this point, it's just white noise. Last up, we have a designer who is new to Nashville. It's her first time, and she's been specifically requested by our customers. We did not initially have her designs listed for no fault of her own, just too busy over here, but you wanted her, so we added her. It is the Proper Stitcher. Which one should we start with? Let's start with this beautiful spring design called Always and Always. I love designs like this because it's smaller, but it's interesting. It's something that's going to keep you on your toes and keep your mind engaged and thus drown out the existential angst that you feel when you're not stitching. It's 89 by 80 and stitched on some Grace Notes fabrics. I must have flowers, always and always. Next up, The Promise of Spring. This is a sweet little simple sampler by Annie at The Proper Stitcher. What is there to say? 195 by 193, and I love those butterflies. Very cute. Next up, we have The Dance. A forest full of stars that hang upon the limbs of magic flowing willows dancing in the wind. That was the first time I read it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I read it first time. 139 by 162, stitched on some more Grace Notes. We have Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works, and that's a sweet little design. I like it. Next up, a little St. Patty's nod. We have Lucky You by The Proper Stitcher. This is a quick stitch, only 69 by 69. Cute little Irish squeeze. Oh, he has a hat on. Well, I would squeeze him. He's an Irish sheep. What more can you want? And then lastly, by The Proper Stitcher, we have Ellie's Garden, this sweet little lady with her flowering bush and her basket and her swing and her bird. 94 by 80, stitched on Mojito Smoothie by Grace Notes Fabrics. So very good first Nashville lineup. It was requested, and that's always a good sign for a newbie. I forgot one. Here's Strength and Dignity. She is clothed with strength. She is clothed. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. That was not the first time I read it. 118 by 89, a sweet little pink pillow that is Proverbs 31:25. So thank you, Annie. That was the Proper Stitcher lineup. That's all we're going to cover for this volume. I'm going to get started on the next volume right away, and so far for that volume we have Autumn Lane, Pedal Pusher, Tiny Modernist, Ink Circles, and I am waiting on pins and needles for Cathy Barrick's email, which should come through any moment, and after I wet my pants and change my clothes, I will finish up that one and should be up for you tomorrow. Don't forget to leave me a comment, telling me about your Nashville budget. People, I don't really care, okay? I don't care if you spend a cent. Make me laugh, like this video, subscribe to my channel, stay on your horse. You do not have time to dismount because Nashville, I can see it on the horizon, so let's just keep trotting along. See you before you really want to see me again, friends. All right? Bye.